Come on in, everybody. This is something I've been trying to set up for a minute now, and I'm super excited. I've told this story many, many times, and I'll just give you real quick the cliff notes because we're going to keep this under 15, and we got a lot of stuff to get into. But back in like '08, maybe '09 it was, somewhere around there, I ended up at a concert at the Blockley, and there was about 12 Philadelphia-based rappers that just destroyed it. Guys like Mike Stu, Dosage, who's doing great things now as known as Dane Jordan. But the one that I came away from going, holy shit, who the hell is this dude? Is my friend right now joining me, Chill Moody. Chill, I appreciate you
Yeah,
hopping on, my friend. How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling.
Nice things as always.
Recovering from last night, man. It was a beautiful thing.
Speak on that just a little bit. Last night you opened up for Bone Thugs on the TLA, or at the
Yeah,
TLA, excuse me.
yeah. It was sold out crowd. It's just always dope to be back at the TLA. I've done a bunch of stuff there. I kind of got my start at the Blockleys and things like that. But the TLA was, I guess, one of the crowning moments. I sold out the TLA previous to last night. I sold it out when I was headlining, and that kind of like sparked the interest of pretty much everybody that has any type of interest right now. It was kind of like either the start or like a big part of that snowball effect that is what's going on with Chill Moody right now. So, was invited to play last night. Like I said, sold out crowd, and it was dope because a lot of people in the crowd weren't familiar with me, and they were there, for Bone Thugs, and they were like, who is this guy? And it was a little later in the night because I like kind of co-headline with them, so I went on right before them, and it was later in the night because they were running a little late, and people got a little restless. So, coming onto the stage, they didn't really want to see me. So it was good to be back in that position where I have to now win this crowd over. So I'm looking at people in their eyes as I'm rapping to them like, all right, this guy's not feeling me right now. I know when I spit this next bar, he's going to be feeling me. And lo and behold, he's like, oh, all right. And then I go target somebody else. So like the whole show was like me strategically just targeting people in the audience. Like, 'cause I already know all the words and I know the set of the show and everything. So now I'm just having fun. Jameson influenced fun. And I'm just targeting people in the audience. Like, I'm going to make this person smile. I'm going to make you put your hands up. And by the end of the night, the end of the set, the whole entire crowd was yelling nice things. And I walked through the crowd after the show like I always do. And, everybody stopping me like, yo, it was really dope. So it was just fun to be back in that feeling of having to prove yourself, especially in your own hometown. Showing that, nothing's taken for granted. I sold out this venue by myself. And now I'm, opening or, co-headline or whatever you want to call it, but it's somebody else's show. And I'm still in this position where I have to prove myself. So it's just good. So, I don't grow complacent. I'm always working.
No doubt, absolutely, man. You like James Brown, one of the hardest working men's in the business. You know that. Hopefully, a bunch of people left that building and purchased "TV Made Me Do It," one of the
They
best
did.
albums that I've
They
come
did.
across all year. And I'm
Thank
putting
you.
that up there with J. Cole. And I ain't bullshitting you because of my friend. I'm
Thank
telling
you.
you right now, I speak the truth as far as what I play in my car. And I hit the Kendrick heavy, I hit your album heavy, and I hit Forest Hills heavy all year, man. So.
Sounds like my car.
Yeah, exactly. Much respect to you and Wes Manchild. Shout out to our boy Wes who produced
Yes,
that
yes.
fine CD. And we're gonna get more into that because you were on Hot 97 up in New York this
Yeah.
past Sunday, which I was upset that I was in an airplane at that point in time with no internet. I wanted to hear what that sounded like, but I gotta ask you as far as Bone Thugs, did they play "It's Bone and Biggie, Biggie, It's Bone
Yeah.
and Biggie,
That's
Biggie"? Did they
actually
hit
like
that?
they got there so late that it was so late in the night when they really got into it. So they did first of the month,
Mm.
and they played some Biggie on some rest in peace stuff, and then they got into this Bone and Biggie, and that was like as I was walking out the door. So I'm like, I got merch in my hand trying to get to the car. I'm like, oh, I really just want to drop this and run back, but I'm like, I can't do it right now. Like
That
I'm
was
I'm,
that
I'm
track,
tired.
man. When you heard that track come on, you wanted to run through a wall. That was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to the Hot 97 thing because for me, Chill, this kind of came out of nowhere, and I'm up on what you're doing and stuff like that. I'm paying attention to everything Chill Moody right now. Well, how did that come about that you were on Hot 97 in New York City with Rosenberg, Peter
Yeah.
Rosenberg?
It's kind of, I guess you could say it's like a long time coming, or it's been in the works, should I say? Not a long time coming, but it's been in the works for I guess about a year now, a little bit over a year. I headlined SOB's Hot 97 Who's Next Live. They have a concert series they do, I think, once a month, and it's on a Thursday. So I headlined that in New York. And that night I met Peter Rosenberg, an artist by the name of Loriana May. I got to put you on the Loriana May's music also. She's really, really dope singer from Jersey. So she introduced me to Rosenberg, who was the host that night, but he was just there hosting as a obligation to the station. She introduced me to him, was like, before the show, was like, make sure you watch his set. He's really good. You're gonna love it. After the set, Rosenberg gave me his phone number, and it was just like, yo, use this number. A lot of people I meet in the industry, think this is like, oh, he's just giving me the number, whatever. Use this, whatever. So we built a relationship, linked up down. We linked up out the Grammys, linked up down South by Southwest, went up to New York and chilled with them a couple times. And it was just like, I go up to the station and I'll see them. Because right after that, I didn't realize how long the story was. Oh, right after that, they started playing Change Coming, featuring Freeway off of RFM. There was a battle with the beats that they used to have on Hot 97. And I beat out Lady Gaga, and then I beat out Justin Bieber 2 days in a row. And with winning that, Flex plays your song. So Flex, it starts in the morning show, you vote all day, and then the winner, Flex plays the song at 8. So Flex played Change Coming 2 nights in a row. And then we lost to Drake, which was right when Nothing Was the Same came out. And it was like, I forgot what song it was, but we lost. Yeah. Anyway, so like the Hot 97 relationship continued to build. I did the Hot Box with DJ Enough. Just a bunch of stuff, just building a relationship with them up there. And I went to Rosenberg's birthday Thursday. Me and Wes went up there. Run into him at the party, the concert, actually. And he was like, yo, I introduced him to Wes. He's like, oh, yeah, I got to get y'all on the show. Can you come up here tomorrow? And, we're in New York. He's like, can you come back tomorrow? Can you stay the night or whatever? And me and Wes looked at each other like, first we're like, yeah. So now we got to figure out what we're going to do. And Wes was just like, might as well take it to the crib and then ride back up in the morning. So we left New York at like 1, got home like 3, had to leave back out the house at 6 to get to Trenton, caught the train to Trenton, and did the interview. We it was like pre-tape type joint in the air Sunday night.
The grind, the hustle, yeah. Nonstop,
it's just,
nonstop.
I know how busy Rosenberg gets. You know how influential he is and how much stuff he's doing, and even crossing over with his new stuff, with ESPN stuff, and all of that. So when he was just like, "Yo, I need you to do it tomorrow," he was like, "Cool."
Yeah,
got it.
You don't even ask questions. Yeah. You just say,
yeah. And now the video's out. I don't know if you checked the video out yet, so I'll send you the video if you haven't checked it. Mm-hmm. But the video's out now and is doing numbers on the internet. People are checking it out, and they like, becoming interested in Chill Moody and West Manchild, and TV Made Me Do It and everything that's nice things.
Check the site, chillmoody.com. That easy?
Yep.
That easy. Everything's up there. You're up to date on everything as far as Twitter, Instagram, all that. Give them a follow. Trust me, it's well worth your time. And scoop up that album, TV Made Me Do It. Please, already. Trust me, support Philly. That's what it's all about. And that's what I want to ask you. We got about 5 minutes left, and we got to get to Meek and Drake. But do you feel like you get the love from the local radio stations? I mean, Hot 97 up there in New York, it's like, where's the love from Philly?
It's there. It's there. And it's been there. It was there first. So that's like first and foremost. My first radio spins were on 100.3, which is no longer a station, but it was on 100.3, DJ Touchtone and Izzo. And they played songs I was recording in my dad's basement. And my first 4 songs on the radio were songs I recorded. I have no engineering experience and nothing like that, but they saw something in me and they started playing the songs. And, it was times when I was on the radio in Philly at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So my mom had to stay up till 2 in the morning to hear me on the radio and stuff like that. But a lot of the stations in the city have faltered. With 100.3 going to Hot 107 and then that going away. I was getting spins on Wired at a time, which was kind of crazy because like hip hop artists on Wired, but heavy. And then Wired changed the amp. So it's not really about the love. It's just about the fact that Philly hip hop period doesn't have a lot of space out here right now. All the stations are going away. And then 99 kind of, I guess they're like an iHeart radio station or whatever, so it's kind of like programmed what they're going to play for the most part. And I don't know, I just haven't broke that door down yet. And that's really
How do we get TV Made Me Do It to get spins? I mean, it's an amazing album. I think
oh,
it's radio worthy.
yeah. November Funk.
How do we get that on
November
stations?
Funk was November Funk was #3 on the college hip hop charts, college radio. And Rosenberg on High 97, they played November Funk and they played I Can't Stay. I think the records are radio ready and the city does want to hear them. It's just a matter of connecting the dots. I just got to figure it out. Talk to the right people, get in the right people's hands. Yeah, I don't want to make excuses for it because at the end of the day, it's just all about the music. So I feel as though they just need to hear the music, and it's got to be a way to make them hear the music.
I totally agree with that. No, I totally agree with that. If there's anything that I could do or anything that we all that's watching right now, trust me, we
Y'all
support you.
doing it. Keep doing what y'all doing,
We're
man.
gonna spread that word. All right, let's
Yeah.
wrap things up with this. And Chill, I want to do this, as much as possible. It'd be great if we can do this once a week. I think the
Yeah.
people would like this stuff from PhillyEvitzer.com, combining with Chill Moody, just to keep up with what's happening in Philly, because nobody's got more love for the city than you do. I guarantee that. I know Quest, he throws a nice party on 4th of July, but I'm going to put your ass up there with them. All right, let's talk about Meek and Drake. And it's so tough because I was on Fox Good Day this morning, and they went there, and they almost wanted me to give them a 30-second spin on how everything has just transpired over the past week or so. And it was like, I can't give you the cliff notes. There's so
Right.
many things that are going into this. But
A lot of
bottom
moving.
line, let's start with this. Ghost rapping, or Ghost Writers, excuse me. Ghost Writers. Is that a no-no in Chill's world? I don't think you
Yeah.
do it, but
Well, in my world, it's a no. Nobody's writing for me, but I have no problem writing for other people. I've written for people, and I would continue to do. I have no problem doing that. It's a problem when you want to be classified as one of the greatest lyricists. When you say I'm one of the best rappers of all time, if you're not writing your raps, you can't say that.
yeah.
If you want to say I'm the best artist of all time, like we hold nothing back from saying Puff and Dre and Eazy-E's contribution to NWA and things like that. We hold nothing back from saying that they are some of the greatest of all time. But I'm not going to put them in the same category as like a Nas or like a lyricist. And, if it comes out that truly Drake isn't writing all his lyrics, it just knocks him down a peg as being considered the greatest, one of the best lyricists. He could still be one of the greatest artists of all time, but he can't be the best lyricist.
How many people out there right now in today's game are getting stuff written for them still by skills and everything like that?
Probably a whole lot more than you know, because it's a lot of artists like Skills or like Kid Sage the Gemini's writing for a lot of people. Sky Zoo's pen is crazy. He's writing for a bunch of people. So like, it's so many more that you don't really know. So it's probably happening way more than we think.
Um, Obviously the beef, and it's I love it because number one, it's about hip hop, it's about the music. If everybody stays clean and
Right.
and that's where I'm a little nervous, because it got a little. I mean, did you see that scene in Toronto when Meek walked out up on stage and he's got "fuck you" all over the place? It's like,
I mean, but we've seen that. We've seen that with the Jada Kiss and Beans. And at Powerhouse, Kiss came out and he actually like dissed Beans here. Like took a lot of guts to do that, but I mean they all squashed it and everybody got out unscathed. I just want them to rap. I'm just waiting for more raps from them. I think it could be a good battle. They are completely polar opposites,
completely.
and differences in styles make for great fights. And the same can go for hip hop. So I'm very anxious for everybody to get to rapping.
Is this real?
What you mean?
The beef.
Is the beef real? I mean, it depends on. I don't think nobody has to, get your enemies to start your Jeep type beef, but it's there's legit disgust between the two. You're not just come and call me out and say, yo, I don't write my raps, and you're not gonna just sit here and just keep saying stuff about my woman and whatever his other problem is, but it might be an actual I don't like that guy, especially since, like I say, they're completely different people. It seems from the outside. I don't know either one of them like that personally, but from the outside looking in, it's like, yo, he used to sit at one lunch table and he used to sit at the other one, and they used to talk about each other. And I can tell that these are the type of people that these people are. So it's probably like legit disgust between them.
Drake comes out with Charged Up, kind of soft, kind of
Yeah,
baby lotion soft,
baby
as Meek said.
stuff like you said, right?
Yeah. And then he comes out with back to back. Was that a plan in your mind? Was that one, and he got feedback that it was kind of soft, so he had to come back out after it with another one? Well, how did that play out in your
No,
mind?
I don't think it was a plan only because of the lyrics. Like when he's saying things like "I waited 4 days" and things like that. Like he might really waited and was like, "Well, what are you gonna do? Oh, you're not gonna do nothing." Well, now I'm gonna take an approach, which is an approach I've never seen in a rap battle. I'm gonna put two out on you, and I might come out with a third. And he's like gonna bully him, and it's kind of crazy because stats wise, like numbers wise, he's the favorite in this fight. You know, Drake is the highest seller, things like that. I'm not saying lyrical or anything who's better, but Drake's the favorite. He's got more fans, all of that stuff. You never really see the favorite fighting this much. Like it's usually the other way around, like the underdog is throwing all the punches and things like that. So it's an interesting approach that he's taking to this.
Which leads me to my one point, which I've been making all along, and it's like, should Meek respond? And in my mind, Meek's winning, and I only. It's tough for me to say that because then on the other side, and I'm gonna talk out of my mouth and say, there's no way he can come back and top this because of all the shit that Drake's been doing, sending bottles to Charlemagne. Come on. Like that is just ridiculous. The next day,
Right,
Charlemagne got 6 bottles of
right.
Dom P in front of him. I mean,
Uh-huh.
and then just rapping about Nicki, and it's a world tour. No, it's your girls tour. All that. So, I mean, for me, I don't care if Meek comes out, and I always felt this. If Meek does come out, he will murder him. I would think that he's a better lyricist and his energy and rah and in your face. So I always thought that Meek would destroy him. But when you take a step back and you're looking at it from Meek's perspective, he just got the hottest man in the game. We can argue that could be up for debate to
Right.
rap about him with a diss track not once but twice. At the end of the day, Meek's winning.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, he's gonna win because at the end of the day, he's gonna come out with more fans. He's gonna come out, with a bigger name from this. But he has to rap. You can't. It's not even a response at this point. He has to cast his first stone. Like the tweets don't count. Like the tweets may have sparked it, but if I come out with a track, you should have a track. Or if you had the tweets, you should have had the track to back it up because you're dissing a rapper. So he's gonna rap. Like I'm not, typing this in Sean Brace and surprised when you rap that. And he like, no, this guy is a rapper and you dissed him and he did what a rapper's supposed to do, took it to the wax, as the old heads say. So you should have something prepared, and I'm sure he does because nobody's just gonna throw some shots and not have bars. And like I said, them being so different type of guys and him picking at him, I'm sure he got some bars in the tuck about him. So the tour might be getting the best of him, and that's not why he hasn't released anything yet. But I'm anxious to see what he's going to do because he has the more aggressive content that spells for victory most battles, and I think he can win.
Love
I
it.
think he.
Love the details right there. You're so right. Now, if you're in his camp, in PR, all that, you telling Meek, yo, you got to put something out today.
Yeah, I'm telling him if me, the type of person that I am, I'm telling him he got to put something out instead of just the tweets. Like, don't tweet it, just rap about it because we can might maybe bring some revenue in from that.
Yeah.
Put it on iTunes and diss them on a quick joint or something. It's other ways to do it than to tweet. And if you're gonna tweet, just know that that guy is a rapper. Whether he's writing it or not, he is rapping it. So he's gonna say something back, and you should be prepared for that when he does.
What'd you think of back to back?
It was really clever. It had a lot of layers to it that somebody like me that does like the TV made me do it. I appreciated it with the cover and the back to back whatever. Like I appreciated.
That hurt. That hurt, Chill. That Joe Carter shit hurt.
Remember, as a young boy, I used to play baseball when I was a young boy. So I remember the Phillies being in the World Series and me thinking, yo, like I could be this one day. So I'm watching that game and watching that and like the people.
Oh no, did we lock up? Did we lose? Yo, Chill. Yo, I don't know what happened. We lost. Yeah, it did. But yo, here's the
You
deal. We're
bet.
still running. So just I don't know if you could pick up with your train of
Just
thought,
cut
but
off.
I asked you. You were talking about how you like the lyrics were back to back, and TV made me do it. Kind of remind you all that.
Oh yeah. I was just
Yeah.
saying this. The back to back was clever with the artwork that went along with it and things like that. And I remember that game because I used to play baseball when I was like much younger. But that game happened when I was young, and I remember watching that game thinking like Phillies in the World Series is gonna be dope. And then seeing that, it was like wow, like that's what I knew about Toronto growing up. So I appreciated it for his cleverness, and I appreciated the fact that he came a little bit harder than he did on the first one. Because the first one didn't have any drums on it. Like you can't diss me on a track with no drums. Like this is hip hop. Like I understand all of that, but put some drums on it. And me and Wes laugh about it all the time. Like Wes is like, yo, if I wasn't from Philly, I'd take this and put drums on it just because he needed drums. Like I want this to be like a fair fight. Like so Wes might be doing a remix one day just to be funny. But yeah, but it still doesn't all in all, like through the lyrical content of the record, it didn't make me think this is over. And I've seen a lot of people saying like, "Oh, Meek can't come back from that." Like, it's nothing he really said that he can't come back from. Like, now it just is more interesting. And that first record, if it was just that, Meek might could have got away without
Well,
saying anything.
like we talked about
Now it's at
earlier,
least
it's great for
an
hip hop.
ample
You know,
shot
when I
that you have
wake
to say
up
something.
and the timeline is just filled. The Instagram pages are just with the
Yeah. I'm, I'm getting text from Hank at 6 in the morning, like, "Yo, have you heard it yet? Have you heard it yet?" I'm like, "Oh, man, this is hip hop." People sitting around the radio the other night, even though Flex pump faked everybody, people were sitting around the radio, and it's funny because you remember back in the day, you sit around the radio, you're really sitting around the radio. You might have a tape deck ready, like you ready. Now people got their apps loaded, but it's still, in a sense, people sitting around the radio. So it was kind of cool
well.
just to
I
see
want to hear Meek respond. I
people
know we all got it in
understand what the
Philly.
hip hop
You know,
culture
it's like,
really
come
used to
on,
be
Meek.
like. Yeah. And I would love for him to do it on Philly radio. Do it on Philly radio. I understand Flex is a big name in the game or whatever, or has been or always will be, whatever it is. Do it on Philly radio because it's big enough at this point. It's enough people watching and waiting that you can make Philly radio a competitor with a press of a button with saying, "Yo, I'm gonna debut this on Cosmic Kev, or I'm gonna debut this on a new DJ, somebody that nobody knew." This record holds enough weight, whatever it's going to be. It's going to hold enough weight that it will increase the validity of a
There it
Philadelphia
is.
radio.
See, like I
So,
said, he's got nothing but love for the
if
city.
anybody's watching
Always looking
that
out
can
for
tell
Philly,
me
man.
that,
We
do
appreciate
that.
that, Chill. Hey, Chill, we're gonna do this. Like I said, once a week, man. I got to do this
You
with you.
got to, man.
We're gonna just go
You got
back
to.
and forth about what's hitting 15, 20 minutes and have some fun.
Good. Good with it. I'll get some better lighting.
Pick up the
I'll
album
get some
TV
better
Made Me
lighting and
Do It. Hit
charge
him
my
up on
computer.
iTunes.
And
Check him out on the
we'll
website,
be
on
we'll be
Twitter,
great next
Instagram,
time.
all that. Chill Moody, Sean Brace for
Yes.
PhillyEvanswer.com. Until next time, we'll see you.
Peace.